Good afternoon, everybody. Another segment, frankly, my dear. So, man, for those of you who don't know, been living under a rock, man. Drew Brees set the career passing yards record on Monday night. Also, he's on the brink, hitting 500 touchdowns. So, anyways, man, Brees, first and foremost, congratulations. Like I said, but people don't realize, man, Brees really, the impact of Drew Brees, okay? And I'm gonna make you guys, I'm gonna take you guys down a road that you may not think about, but Drew Brees arguably may be the most influential football player in I would say the last 15 years or so. Drew Brees might be the most influential football player in the last, and this is for college and NFL. So y'all might know where I'm going with this. So I got four reasons why Drew Brees is the most influential player in football in the last 20 years, 15 to 20 years. All right. For one, Nick Saban. Nick Saban, most likely, if Brees passes that physical with the Dolphins, most likely Nick Saban stays as Miami Dolphins head coach. Okay, of course, if Nick Saban stays as the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, there is no Alabama dynasty. Okay, Alabama could be just another program at this point. Okay, Nick Saban, would he be up there competing with the likes of a Bill Belichick as the greatest coach in football history? You know, you have to ask yourself these things. I think many could easily see Nick Saban staying in the NFL with a quarterback like Drew Brees. A guy like Drew Brees has all sores. He's like a big Band-Aid. That's how all elite quarterbacks are most of the time. And Nick Saban, eventually, with more years, could have got his type of guys in there. And who knows, man, we could be talking about Nick Saban, as the, 5-time Super Bowl champion, or as a 3-time Super Bowl champion, right up there with the likes of a Bill Belichick, okay? And we could not, instead of Alabama right now, could be talking about the dominance of LSU, who constantly, their only hurdle has most of the time been Alabama, not being able to get over the hump of Alabama. Could have been talking about a Clemson, Ohio State. It's other schools that would be mentioned right now. I don't know if any would have the sustained excellence that he's had at Alabama, but you never know if he would have stayed where he stayed with the Dolphins. That leads me to point number 2. Tom Brady. Is Tom Brady still considered by many, most, in my opinion, he's the most accomplished quarterback of all time. But is Tom Brady still considered the best quarterback of all time? Okay, you got to look at it. The Dolphins, the Jets, and Bills, the best quarterback other than Tom Brady, I guess you would have to say, is Chad Pennington, who played for 2 of those teams, the Jets and the Dolphins. Outside of Chad Pennington, Tom Brady has had no competition in that division as far as quarterbacks who can hang with him. Of course, we know Drew Brees. Drew Brees can hang with the best of them. If Drew Brees stays in the AFC East, do the Patriots win the AFC East every damn year like they've been doing? Do the Patriots make the playoffs every year like they've been doing? I don't know. Does Tom Brady have 5 Super Bowl rings, not having home field advantage or not having the division titles? Does he have 5 Super Bowl rings? I highly doubt that, to be honest with you. If Saban and Brees combined and Saban got his guys in there, like I said initially, and you had Brees in that division, I don't know if that division is just constantly a given every year for the Patriots to win and to be the constant Super Bowl favorite. All right. That leads me to this one, which people may not really think about. With Sean Payton be coaching the Dallas Cowboys right now. They always used to mention his affection he has for Dallas, his desire he used to have to go to Dallas. They even talked about even trading him, doing a Gruden deal at one point, I recall, because of his connection he had with Dallas. Sean Payton goes to Dallas. Does Dallas become, what does Dallas become? Does Dallas have this 8-8 mediocre last 10 years or so under Sean Payton? I don't think so. you know, who does Sean Payton get to come in there play quarterback for him? These are things you have to think that Drew Brees has directly influenced. He could have altered the course. That's three franchises. Drew Brees could have altered the course of: the Miami Dolphins, the New England Patriots, and the Dallas Cowboys. And last thing but not least, Peyton Manning. Would Peyton Manning have another Super Bowl? If they didn't play that Saints team in the Super Bowl, is it possible Peyton Manning wins another one, finishes his career with 3 Super Bowls, takes some more away from Brady, and we looking at Peyton Manning as the clear-cut greatest quarterback of all time? Or does Peyton Manning have 0 Super Bowls? Does he run into Drew Brees and have issues getting past Brees? And Brees the man, in the AFC. So, these are just 4 things, man, just to kind of, I could have went a little more further into detail, man, but I just gave you guys some surface things. I want you to think. You let me know what you all think, man. This is why I feel like Drew Brees is probably the most influential player within the last 15 to 20 years. If you look at it, if there was a 6 degrees of separation, Drew Brees has his hand on all those degrees, okay? But anyways, man, y'all let me know what you all think. Y'all have a productive day. Think on this one. Hit the subscribe button, like button, comment. Again, congrats to Drew Brees, all-time leading passer in the NFL. 1.